6. And this time, Carl, you're up first. This is actually three-part. If the voters elect you, will you, A, try to do what the majority want, B, try to do what you think is best, or C, have some other standard for making decisions? Please explain. Let me repeat that.
Majority, me, or some other rationale?
Some other standard for making decisions.
Well, the first one, which would lead into the answer to the second one. There's all kinds of ideas, there's all kinds of approaches, and I think it takes, I don't think, from my experiences, the best outcomes came from that discussion, be it civil, but the discussion as to what the options are. And it's like when I left meetings in my previous employer, when we left as managers, we left with a set of marching orders and what we would do. And we may agree to disagree, and we would try to justify our positions to convince or sway the committee based upon how much time you put into addressing the issue and the substance of what it is you had to offer. And if you were able to influence the committee, you would wind up with the nod to probably move that direction. But at the end of it all, what is decided is decided, and it's not none of it was ever personal. I don't see it being at the city as well. It's business, and whether I would agree or not, at that point, it's the decision that's made, and we'd make the best of it and move forward and support it. That's how I see that. Which I think kind of leads into number 2. I think, yeah, I would push for the things that, or I would express the things that I feel are important and look for support from the committee and try to justify it. And lastly, I would say this, the things I'd look to would be statute and law to ensure we didn't violate. Those are really, really important things in my business. Being the money guy when I was working there, I wasn't like the most popular, but you had to manage within the confines of the law, the different laws you have for the funding and the appropriations that come to the system where I work to the Fed system, within the Fed system. So that'd be the standard, the litmus test, is whether it's legal or not. The bottom line, you push the envelope on the gray, but you never break the law.
Okay, thank you. Paul, next to you. If the voters elect you, will you A, try to do what the majority wants, B, try to do what you think is best, or C, have some other standard for making decisions?
Okay, first of all, anybody that knows me knows that I hit the street a lot on stuff that comes up, and I go out and talk to people. There's some people in this room that I have almost weekly meetings with to get some ideas, and get a lot of flack once in a while, but I still like it, I'm not going to sit in this chair and tell you that I can't go out on this street and just make all these decisions on my own, because number one, the people of Pine City elected me, first of all, to a council chair, and second to the mayor's chair, and they expect something of me. So that's why I go out and I try and talk to people of the community to see what their real feeling is. Next, me, I am a big believer of community support. I get calls and calls and calls and calls. A lot of them are complaints. I get more calls from township people than I do from Pine City people. But I still like the calls. I like the fact that people will hopefully think that I can relay this message on to the proper channel, whether it's the city administrator, the street department, the fire department, or you don't get too much call for the liquor store, but all those people have department heads, so that's that. The other standard, I don't know where to go with this either, because I've always said Pine City was my town, and I want to be on top of everything that I know about and hear about and see and think about, to try and stay updated on things. And then I have people say to me, how did this guy find out about this? We haven't even went public with this yet. Well, people talk, and that's how you find out some of this stuff, is just because people talk. And I cannot stand still, I gotta go try and find the source, so. With that, that's Paul as mayor, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Terry, the voters elect you, will you, A, try to do what the majority want, B, try to do what you think is best, or C, have some other standard for making decisions?
Okay, A, do what the people want, I wanna give you what you want, but the city hall issue, that's gonna be a big issue for a long time. It's gonna hang a long time on me. 'Cause I don't see, $1 million for that old courthouse, no way, Now I'm gonna add on the fire hall, and I can give you some money back out of that, I won't raise the taxes up as high as they, are going. And I know damn well your taxes are gonna go up high on that issue there. And that B, I can do things around town too, that like Paul's walking on the street stuff. I'm in town all the time. I hear what people got to say. Why don't you go to City Hall and voice your opinion on this stuff during these meetings? Y'all don't want to. I understand that y'all want to whine and cry about your water bill. Ain't my problem. You allowed this to happen to yourself, not me. I tried stopping it, and that's why I keep running all the time for mayor. I see your taxes going up, your value of your house going down. My girlfriend just put $20,000 in her house. Hey, the value went down. How can that be? Her taxes went up. And that was totally wrong there. With that there, I'll close.